What is up, everyone? Back here again, a normal weekend, but today we got something special. Today will pretty much be the last day we drive this Mustang. We finally sold it. It's crazy, right? So last week actually marked a year since I've gotten this Mustang, and it's crazy to believe that it's sold. I'm actually selling it to one of my co-workers, and he's really needing a car. He was going to buy this as a project car, but something happened. He was going to buy a normal car, but he wants to go ahead and get this while I still have it. So we're going to go and go clean everything up. Well, I'm probably not going to clean it. It doesn't look that dirty, surprisingly. But I'm going to go ahead and fill it up with gas. Probably buy some new floor mats, to be honest with you, to be a little bit nicer, as I'm already selling this thing at a pretty cheap price anyway. But we're going to drive her around, and we're going to have one final review and a thank you to this Mustang for all the good times we've had. Let's get to it. Alright, we got it started. It's been the first time I started in a while. It's a little wet out here, actually. Wasn't expecting it to rain this morning, so that's going to be a bit of a challenge. I hope this thing doesn't get stuck. That would suck, because I have to postpone the sale until I can get this thing free. But let's go to AutoZone and let's fill this gas up and have one final review of this thing. A final hurrah. Sounds like they're having talking about religious stuff over there in Spanish. But we got the floor mats. Yeah, this car's doing good. It's doing real good. Had no problem getting it here. Just gonna stuff these floor mats in here. Also got a mount too for this camera. Put that in there and grab this one. Stapler out. All right. So now the car's got floor mats on there. Be a little bit nicer in there. All right. So got the floor mats in. Car's looking a lot better inside, I'll tell you that. Also got this new foam mount too. We're about to see how good it does in the video. Hopefully it don't fall off, because it is a little bit wet out here. This should actually flex a little bit less, because it's a metal foam mount, so I don't have to worry about any of that crazy stuff like making sure it mounts up. So now we're just going to go to the gas station. All we gotta do now is go to the gas station, and then we're gonna go park the car, and it'll be ready for my client. Yeah, it's doing well with that new belt I just put on it about a month ago. So yeah, this will be the last time I ever drive this thing. This has been a good car, it really has. It's been fun. I've taken it on meets. I've done some dumb stuff with it. change like the personality of this car. Like, it had a decent exhaust on it before, but it wasn't really loud. But after I put this exhaust on it, it really transformed it. It really did. And I gotta say, it definitely made this car a lot more fun. I taught myself how to drift in this car. I think, yeah, in about a year, I've only put like 3,000 miles on it. I bought it with like 207,000 miles pretty much. It's now sitting at 210. Now granted, I don't drive that much. Well, at least I don't drive that far. I don't drive that far. But I have taken this car on a lot of adventures, a lot of cruises. This is actually the only car I've actually spun out. This is before I started learning how to drift, and it was wet like it is today. I ended up going into a corner too fast, and it spun out. That was the funniest thing I've ever done in this car. Just driving it now just reminds me of the good old days. It's driving good. I'm not having any problems out of it. What needs to be replaced on this thing is the crankshaft pulley. It seems to be tearing these belts up. And that's why I sold it. That's why I'm selling it at such a cheap price. The guy was going to buy it as a project car, but some things happened and he just wants to go get it right now, so he'll at least have a car if something goes wrong. And he works, we work every day. He's actually my partner at the workplace, and if anything happens, I'll be there for him. If I have to, I'll put a new belt on there for him. We both live in the same city, for now at least. The reason why I'm actually selling this thing is because I'm about to move out of Bessemer. So, I'm about to move out of Bessemer, so I need to make room. I can't bring 3 cars with me. Yeah. I also recommended that he went to Haggerty Insurance too with this thing, because Haggerty's really, really cheap. Like Haggerty, for my Miata and this Mustang, Haggerty only charges me like $110 a month. And they're really quick when it comes to like insurance claims, because I got rear-ended not too long ago. I got rear-ended almost about half. It's been a while now. It's like probably 9 months ago. That was one thing though I really liked about this car. Is that it had all the gauges, like every important gauge that you need. It's got oil pressure. It's got battery voltage. Of course, it's gonna have coolant and gas. But I was amazed that the Miata had an oil pressure gauge. But even the Miata doesn't have a battery voltage gauge. I would love to have one of those. This thing's been fun. It was the fastest car I've ever had until I bought that Abarth. I'm gonna be honest, this is probably the most dangerous car that I have. CD7 back there. Yeah, to be honest with you, it probably is the most dangerous car that I've got. Rear wheel drive. And it's pretty light too. Like 3,200 pounds. And it's also got 300 foot-pounds of torque. So it's got a lot of torque in this 4.6 liter. I'll be honest, the two valve modular V8s from Ford are probably my favorite sounding engines. They really are. I can't really tell you anything different. That's one of the biggest reasons why the SA95 is my favorite generation Mustang, especially the new edges. So I was selling this thing at $3,500 at Facebook Marketplace, but I'm selling it to this guy for about $3,000. It's pretty cheap, especially in today's market when it comes to these things. I actually went on Facebook Marketplace and found one for sale for $3,500, but it needs a new transmission. So I think he's getting a good deal at least. Well, y'all, we're at the gas station. I'll finish up this review, this final hurrah, when I get done filling up with gas. Alright, y'all, we got this car filled up with gas, and now we're going to head home. I really want to make sure this guy was taken care of. He's a really good guy, Special Forces veteran. So if I can do anything to help him out, I will. Plus, I'm not really going to screw anybody over. That's not how you keep customers. Yeah, this Mustang was really fun while I had it. I remember when I first got it, first thing I did was put some wiper blades on it, some new wiper blades. This is about a year ago, and they're still working pretty well. Then I also put a battery in it, a Ford battery, because for some reason, the person who was selling it put a battery from a Honda Civic inside this thing. That's a no-go. I've actually went through 2 batteries in this car. First one was the battery I was just talking about when I first got it. That battery ended up going dead because this car's got a current draw. It's got like a current draw because of the whole situation with the crankshaft pulley. I think that's why, I don't know. But I had to charge it a couple of times and then it finally died and was unable to be charged. So I got this one under warranty. It's actually been doing good. I mostly just left this car unplugged. Like, just unplugged the battery whenever I wasn't driving it. But if you drive it often, it shouldn't be a problem. But you know, I got 3 cars, so I'm definitely not going to be driving this often. I actually drove 2 cars yesterday, my Miata and my Abarth. Ended up going to a crazy car meet yesterday. That video will be out soon. I actually already got it edited. I just got uploaded. I'll probably upload it Monday or Tuesday. I'll try to get this video out today on Sunday. If not, it'll be out tomorrow on Monday. But yeah, this thing had some good times. pretty much just drove it and enjoyed it. Did a bunch of cruises, took it to a couple of meets. Out of all the 3 cars that I have, this one's the most comfortable, to be honest with you. Of course, it's going to be the easiest to drive because it's an automatic. Yeah, I did say it was the most dangerous to drive as well. But it's still really easy just to get in and go because it's an automatic. Now, I would prefer a manual. But this is what I came across. I actually didn't buy this car for much. I bought it for like $2,900. But put a good bit of money into it afterwards. So when I first bought this car, it was slow as hell, to be honest with you. The engine was choked up because the air filter was completely like destroyed. Once I found that out, I put a new air filter in, and it was like crazy fast. Man, I was doing burnouts and stuff because it was the first car that I ever had that can actually do it. So that was actually a crazy thing for me. Yeah. First visual thing I ever did was buy the wheels that's on it now. I bought it from one of my friends, my car club. Bought it from him for $200. No, $250. And he went and installed it in my yard. I didn't tell him to do it, but he ended up doing it. And these have been the wheels I've had on it ever since. I still got the caps for them too, in the trunk. He can put them on there if he wants to. He'll just have to buy some new lug nuts and small ones. They're like $40 on Forbes website. A bit of oil change on it when I first got it. Actually just performed one yesterday. Not yesterday, a few months ago. Still good. It's been like, I only driven it like probably like 20 miles since, to be honest with you. Yeah, that new belt's doing well. It's not having the current draw that I was having before I changed it out. Like that last belt was getting bad. Like it was so bad that I could take the belt. It was so bad that I took the belt off with my hand. I didn't have to do the I didn't have to ease the tension on it or anything. It just came right off. Well, we're back home. Let's have one last summary and one last chance to hear this thing run. Yeah, this thing's running pretty good. Sounds really good with that exhaust. That exhaust is probably the best thing I've ever done to this thing. Them and the wheels. The exhaust costed me $300 to do. They did a good job with it. It sounds really good when you got the windows down, because the exhaust is right at your ear. The SN95 New Edge 2000 Ford Mustang Cobra R is my favorite Mustang of all time. And that's what gave me the inspiration to actually do the side exit exhaust. But this is it, y'all. This will be the last time you ever see this car until it's finally driven out of the driveway by its new owner. If you guys want to see more content on my channel, I promise you I'm going to try to upload more. I just really got to get things going again. Please like, share, and subscribe if you want to see more videos. And I'll see you guys next time.